This is Fox 2 News in the Morning.
And good morning again, St. Louis. Welcome back to Fox 2 News in the Morning.
We are in hour number 2 on Saturday, May the 30th, and
All right, now to our top story this morning. This is kind of crazy. The big move, take two. Massive equipment being moved by helicopter over downtown St. Louis. Fox 2's George Sells is there live. And is it happening, George?
Happening, Andy, right down the street right now.
Speaking of rain, those heavy downpours overnight are raising flood concerns, especially over the next 24 hours.
Fox News' George Sells is live in St. Charles on the Missouri riverfront, where eyes are on the rising waters there. Good morning, George.
Good morning, guys.
A Pacific man caught with a kidnapped Florida girl he groomed to be his sex slave is behind bars in Kentucky.
The 16-year-old girl is safe this morning. A report from Fox 2's Rebecca Roberts.
The 16-year-old was unharmed. Her family drove to Kentucky to pick her up, and yesterday police searched Rush's home looking for evidence. Sheriff
Judd says charges can now be filed in Kentucky, Florida, here in Missouri, and in any state the pair passed through. Well, the parents of an autistic boy got 7-year prison sentences for keeping him in a homemade cage. Terry and Victoria Smith got the maximum sentence allowed after being convicted last month of child endangerment. The judge said there was no reason to deviate from that sentence despite numerous attempts from the couple's public defender. A judge also ordered the Smiths pay $500 fines.
There's an old wives' tale that says that if it rains on Easter, then it rains for the next 7 Sundays. Although it didn't rain on Easter, so I don't know what wives' tale we're to believe at this point because it has rained.
Those wives and their tales.
I know.
A cheese first made when Bill Clinton was president is finally up for sale.
And it's no cheap chunk of cheddar. Tony and Julie Hook are selling the 20-year-old cheddar for $209 a pound. It's a 450-pound supply that started aging back on March 31st, 1995. How's that for a born-on date? Much of it already spoken for after a pre-sale earlier this year. Half the proceeds will be donated to the University of Wisconsin's Dairy Research Foundation.
I did not realize
That's some cheese.
Could age that long and still be eaten. That is
some cheese heads in Wisconsin.
Has some age to it. Some texture for sure. Hey, we've got some clouds, some texture in the sky today. Temperatures are going to. Till then, enjoy the cool off.
Any truth to this that the moon is made of cheddar cheese?
No, I don't think so.
Or was it green cheese?
I think there's some holes in that one. Swiss cheese.
Rim shot. Hancock and Kelly's next. Thank you, Zach. St. Louis, this is your wake-up call. Whoa! Hey, when it comes to beating cancer, it takes a big truck and a big team. Oh, man. And some giant steps. We got a young boy here who has made giant strides. 10-year-old Colin Schlereth. Colin, thanks for coming in, man.
You're welcome.
Good to see you. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. Your mother Becky is here.
Hi.
Your dad is here. Jeff Hoff, our friends from Land of the Giants Monster Trucks is here. Can't Stop Colin is your organization to help him out.
Yes.
What is Can't Stop Colin about?
It is a group, our hockey club started it and friends last year.
He's a hockey player.
Yes, he is. They're the Merrimack Sharks hockey club.
Merrimack Sharks. You like the Blues?
Yeah.
Not the Blackhawks. We got someone
I like
inside wearing a
Blues.
Blackhawks.
Yeah.
I hate black.
Yeah. All right, that's my man. Okay. So
George Sells, Fox 2 News.
very cool, George. And so is this. A new book just out from Benji Molina, Yadier's brother. Or is Yadier your brother? We'll see how it is. He's your brother. It's called Molina, the story of a father who raised an unlikely baseball dynasty. Welcome to Fox 2 News in the Morning. Great to meet you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And this is a great book. I haven't read the whole thing, but I have glanced through it, and it's impressive. It's not necessarily a baseball book. I mean, baseball is sort of the spoke that the wheel spins around upon, but there's so much more to it than that.
Well, it's a tribute. Actually, it's a tribute to my dad and my mom. And
I was telling you during the commercial break, I think people in St. Louis, whenever they see one of you come up to the plate throughout the years, we root for you. Even when you were going toe-to-toe with us with the Giants. You know, you murdered us. You crushed our pitching all the time, but we were still happy to see it because we appreciated that story.
we had to work our butt off really hard, especially with him being our coach, you know, and we didn't want to set the bad example on the other kids. That's first. But then, man, working hard, it was all him. And our dad was a big part of it.
Well, I know he must be smiling. In my house, at any given time, on a daily basis, some child of mine is walking around with Molina on his back, with a Cardinal shirt or a Ranger shirt or a Giants shirt. And it's like that all over
That's awesome.
America. You have a book signing tonight in Chesterfield, right?
Yes.
Tonight, the new video drawing an immediate response from police. A U-City school board member arrested and tased on this sidewalk in downtown St. Louis.
Outrage tonight after video surfaced of St. Louis police arresting and tasing 2 people after hours of protests downtown. Fox 2's Andy Banker reports police say they want to make sure people are getting the full story.
Police say officers used tasers on 2 demonstrators who resisted arrest after they allegedly put themselves and drivers in danger during at least 4 hours of protests Friday night. Surveillance cameras showed what appeared to be a couple of dozen demonstrators gathered outside Busch Stadium during the Cardinals-Dodgers game. Then just after 11:45, police say they walked into traffic at Washington and Tucker, forcing drivers to either stop or hit them. Police say minutes earlier, they marched up the center of Washington Avenue in spite of repeatedly being ordered to the sidewalks.
The public has a tremendous amount of tolerance, but at some point when people's lives are put at risk, and that night protesters and the motoring public were put at risk, I think they expect their police department to do something.
Police say that's U-City School Board member Christine Hendricks walking by in the sleeveless top. Minutes later, police say an officer used a taser on her when she allegedly resisted arrest.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Why did you do that? I didn't do anything! Put your hands behind your back. I can't, it hurts! 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 It hurts so bad, please! Please stop! Please stop!
Hendricks repeatedly broke down in tears as we spoke, and when I asked her how she was feeling, she responded by asking, "How do you feel? How does anyone feel when they see and hear that video?" Hendricks declined an interview for now, but said, "It's outrageous that this happened to me, but this isn't just about me. It's more outrageous that this is not an anomaly. This ends now. We can't continue to do this." The police say she was one of 8 demonstrators arrested for impeding traffic, but one of only 2 who were tased for allegedly resisting. Hendricks says she was holding a phone that recorded the incident and was unable to move her arm as ordered after being tased once and falling to the ground. Then she was tased again. But the police chief says the downtown bicycle patrol officers responded accordingly, given the circumstances.
Not officers in riot gear, not officers with shields and helmets and sticks, but these were the officers that you see riding downtown all the time. Our response was very appropriate and very measured.
No officers or demonstrators were seriously hurt. Andy Banker, Fox 2 News.
First on Fox, it was anything but a clean getaway for a wannabe truck thief.
Investigators say that a man on a tractor caught the suspect and recovered not 1, but 2 stolen trucks. Fox 2's Andy Banker is live in Jefferson County with this remarkable story that you will only see on Fox. Andy?
It happened back up this gravel road deep into the woods along Valley Mines Road, not far from Highway 67. A man was in the woods cutting wood and using his tractor to load the wood onto his dump truck. And then he looked up and saw that dump truck just rolling away.
I was pulling a log out of the woods.
Zane Scott Kester sells a lot of firewood as part of his lawn and tree service business. He was cutting wood deep into the woods off Valley Mines Road a little more than a week ago. No one else around, he thought.
And as I was coming out of the woods, I see my truck leaving and trailer. We're talking half a mile back in the woods. This is the truck.
The big Chevy dump truck he uses to haul logs. Kester took off in hot pursuit on his tractor.
I just put it in high gear and ran after him.
Makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, you know, because the guy was right there.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't far from his truck.
Kester called the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department as he gave chase. Investigators say the suspect took Kester's truck to try to free another pickup that was stuck. That pickup was also reported stolen. The suspect then got Kester's truck stuck too. Kester cornered him with his tractor.
I brought the tractor right in behind it and I put the bucket down and I said, "Bud, you ain't going nowhere. The police are on their way and you're just waiting right here."
Yeah, on his tractor.
On his tractor, on his John Deere.
Yeah, we can put some lights up here, find a siren somewhere, and we'll just chase them down no matter where they go. Nothing runs like a deer.
Both victims got their vehicles back. The 56-year-old suspect is out of jail. Criminal charges are pending. Live in Valley Mines, Andy Banker, Fox 2 News.